My name is Ryan Thompson, and I'm a Christian author. I have 9 books actually right now out, so super exciting. So, I've been writing my whole life. I always love telling a good story and coming up with concepts and just have that creative juices just flowing. It really exploded once I became a Christian, obviously. It was around 12 that I accepted the Lord into my heart, and so I think it's been that fun journey with the Lord, just kind of where He'll help me with kind of daydreaming, is all I love saying. So it's just been a fun journey with that, and I've been involved in multiple different churches, because I moved around to different states in the Pacific Northwest, and so it's just kind of fun to see that journey and that process. So I was just looking through with my mom the other day, my first couple books that I wrote, and they were in grade school, and they had this program in that school where you could write this book, and then they would send it off to a publisher, and then they would bind it for you. And gosh, I think I was in like 2nd and 3rd grade, and I have these like actual books, and they're like they're crazy, like one's about a cat and like a castle, and so they're just obviously younger, but it's just kind of cool to like reaffirm, obviously I've come a long way since then, so then it's fun to always look back at your roots and see like, okay, this has been a really fun journey, and just what's come of it and where you've gone with it. So National Park Conspiracy takes, I call it Bittercreek National Forest, and so I grew up in the Pacific Northwest where we get tons of rain. We get probably, I'd have to say, about 3 to 4 meters of rain a year. So we get lots of rain. There's lots of forests. There's lots of mountains, rivers everywhere, and so obviously we grew up with, in our neck of the woods, Bigfoot and like Sasquatch and kind of those, those mythical creatures, right? And so growing up, I really was inspired and read a lot from like Ted Dekker and Frank Peretti, and so I kind of wanted to take the readers on a journey with this book, kind of in the style of Frank Peretti. So people are going into this forest, and it just kind of really, the first half of the book really plays into Bigfoot and just kind of paints the picture. And so you're reading this and you're like, this is interesting. It's not necessarily a Christian book, but it is. And so you're reading it and it's kind of setting the stage. And then about halfway through, it starts to get unveiled that it's not necessarily Bigfoot, that they're actually demons. And so then it just kind of paints the picture of the latter half of it, where you have a lot of spiritual fighting and full on, and obviously the national park kind of is the setting of the scene for the whole thing. So it just kind of really plays in, and it really works on building the characters throughout the whole. There's 5 main characters, and it just really takes you through their processes. So you get to see how they respond in faith and what really challenges them. So it was just really, it's a really good story. That just, I love the ending of it. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the ending is very, very interesting. And obviously there's a lot of battle scenes towards the end. So it's not like you're, I could see myself reading something like this when I was, in middle school and grade school, and not necessarily elementary, but it's really cool. And I think as fiction, Christian fiction, what I was seeing out there was it either go towards a Christian romance, or there's just like the self-help Christian, books, and so which some of those are good, obviously, but like you don't really see a lot of fiction ones done really well. So this really challenges the person to kind of not read something dark and not read something that's not Christ-based, and really just make sure like this book has lots of scriptures in it, lots of prayers. So the faith is very first and foremost in this book. Yeah. Very interesting read. It's 87,000 words, so it's a good length, and and there's also a corresponding audio book as well that's being worked on. So what I want to get from the book is, for me, like, the outdoors have always been kind of a place to go and get refreshed, refueled, and with the Lord. And I just want to take people wherever they are. I hope they read this in a quiet setting, but just to really go to nature and kind of not like putting nature as a god, but like seeking God in nature, which I think is a huge distinction that this world needs. And so I want people to get out just kind of how there's obviously some destitute moments in this book, and some thrilling, pivots and stuff in the fiction, but where there's so many, even in the dark moments or in the very high moments, there's moments where these characters connect with the Lord. And it's really the process. What I hope people get out of this book is the different processes, because they all have different backgrounds. They all happen to be in the same place at the same time, and it doesn't matter what your journey is or how you got to where you are. Obviously your background gives you, a different journey to get there, but what I want people to get out of this book is that they can, it doesn't matter, where you came from, but like, it's just in the moment where you are, kind of your response, and how do you, like, are you seeking the Lord? And just kind of making it super personal to you. And I think reading the book, the title of the book, you're not going to necessarily think that you're going to get all of this out of the book, but hopefully it'll challenge you, and hopefully you'll get something out of it through social media. So I kept seeing you guys on Instagram, and at the time I had just started my Instagram, so you know how the algorithm works, so once you see something or like something, then that's all you see. So I think it was the Lord, because I just kept seeing you guys over and over and over, and so I was like, yeah, let me look into this, and lo and behold, that's where we are now. So it was quite the journey.